Welcome, welcome, everyone. I am busy adding you behind the scenes so that you can be seen. Hello, Allison.
Hi, hi.
Great to see you.
Hello, hello.
There he is. How are you doing, Preston?
Digging through many spreadsheets and lots of data. So sometimes my favorite thing, sometimes it feels like a chore, but progress being made. So we're having a good morning.
That's awesome. Good stuff. Hello, Jenny.
Good morning. No, I got on this time. I mean,
Yeah.
I was on. I just couldn't ask any questions. It was like hard last week.
Looked like you had joined the Facebook Live, which doesn't actually, I can't see it, so it just streams.
Okay. Well, I couldn't get into events. Like today, I went into events. Last week it kept saying site unknown. And I went on my phone, I went on, so I don't know if there was a glitch there, but I tried.
Yeah.
I couldn't even get the number to get in through the Zoom. And so I just thought, oh well, I'll just kind of wait on it.
Yeah.
I could listen.
Technology, it's our friend and it's not our friend sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. You've been a big help though. Oh my gosh. This is like, it's the best app that we've had in all 30 years that I've been here.
Wow. Oh, I
Oh,
love it.
it is. It really is. I still do use Rapid Funnel some, and I do only because I have those contacts in there and I need to get them over. And then I also send out some of the personal things that I had already put in Rapid Funnel that I can't put in, because that's not going to ever be possible, I'm sure.
The exporting of?
No, we put our own videos in that we.
There certainly is a chance that would come available. So not today. But
Oh, no, yeah. That's why I wondered if it's ever going to be possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just keep Rapid Funnel until I can.
We have certainly talked with Nowtech about that. I believe they're looking at that functionality themselves to be able to add that. But as Preston had mentioned, there are several of their clients that are within the industry that are protective about what content can be sent out on their platform. So it's just a matter of whether we go ahead and open up that risk. But yeah.
Well, and that's understandable, yes. And with the compliance issues and all that, even with Manatech, it has to be all through that. And so I do understand it. I just know that there are some I took off of YouTube that I've actually put on there, and then I get notification. That's my favorite, is to be able to get the notification. Whether they did this morning, I messaged somebody, and right away after I messaged her, she watched all 3 of the videos.
That's awesome.
And so, but yeah, so that I do like, of being able to do that. So
yeah, to be in the know. Yeah, for sure.
And just as a quick fix, Ben, what we may be able to do is create kind of a section in the media grid that has kind of community approved content. And then that way we'd have to build a process so we're not overwhelming anybody. But if there's a video on YouTube that the field is using pretty regularly and all the associates like it, then we could have that. And that could be a way to kind of get some interaction, say, is there content that you are using that you find success with? Let's share it with others so we can all be successful. And that way we still maintain kind of that Manatech oversight. So we're not letting anyone kind of go rogue, so to speak. But content we know that we like, we can use and get in the system. Particularly if it's already on YouTube, that's a relatively easy thing to host.
Very cool. Okay. Learn something new every day.
Yeah, right.
To learn too.
It's great. Yeah.
Well, I think we should go ahead and jump right into it. Today, what I thought we might do is, several of you are familiar faces and love to be able to answer questions towards the end of the presentation. But I'm going to tailor today's conversation around somebody brand new. Why would you use Nowtech? That there may be new people that have joined that haven't heard of Nowtech, and why they would use the app to be able to grow their business. And so I thought we would just run through it as an overview. We have probably done this a couple of months ago, but I think a refresher would be helpful as to why did Manatech bring forward this app. And so I am going to try and share a deck with you, our PowerPoint presentation. All right. So I need to back up a few pages here. So first of all, there are 4 primary functions that were programmed into the app for our launch. And there's greater functionality than what you see in the app today. But if you're a brand new associate who have joined Manatech and you don't know why you would want to go about using the NowTech app, which is free for every single associate, excluding a couple of markets which have not opted in to be able to use it. Those markets being Korea, Taiwan, Japan, and Hong Kong. So most likely, if you're joining this call, you're in the Manatech North America platform so that you're not in those regions, or you are in Europe and not necessarily affected or impacted by that decision to not have the NowTech app in those languages. However, if you are a Manatech associate outside of those markets, this app is free for you to use. You should have received a notification when you joined Manatech to be able to download the NowTech app. If you've already lost or it's been several months and you don't have that email any longer, you can still access and download the app by going into your back office, and there is a business category that's at the top of your back office that is titled, and under that business category, there is Digital Tool Suite. It's from there that you can access and download to your phone the NowTech app for your mobile phone, and it's also a desktop app. But this free app was designed with 4 primary features. There's an office admin aspect so that you can receive alerts as people do or take activity in your downline organization. So prompts will, and as of even today or later today, we believe that some of those transactional alerts will start to process through your back office. So you'll start seeing that little bell in your platform be highlighted with a notification if somebody has placed an order or if an order has shipped, someone in your downline organization that you have personally enrolled, whether that is an associate or a customer. So the app is intended to keep you up to date when activity is taking place in your downline organization of those that you have personally enrolled. The next thing is it's an executive assistant. So another way to look at it is it's a content relationship manager. You may have heard the acronym CRM or customer relationship manager. A CRM will allow you to be able to track those people that you are inviting to try Manatech's products or inviting to join you as a Manatech associate. You can put those contacts into the NowTech app and be able to track activity. So as you send them media to review or PDFs or videos, that you can see when they've clicked on it, you can see if they've watched it, and then to be able to guide them through, knowing that they've engaged with what you sent, to the next step in the sales process, whether it is more information on a product or it's more information on the business opportunity. But it's a CRM manager so that you can put their email, their social media tags, or I guess that profile name into your app so that you can be able to reach out to them on a platform other than just email or text. You can reach out to them on Instagram, Facebook Messenger. So it's a full customer relationship manager. Then you have a marketing manager. So that we have preloaded the app with all sorts of different PDFs, images, scripts, and videos that you can be able to share from your app. So there is the library.manatech.com. There is that website that you can use to be able to find resources that are not inside the app. But what we've tried to do is bubble up the best of the best resources that we see that are being used from the app to be able to share those straight from your phone so that it makes it so that you have your business on the go. And then the 4th feature set that's already in there is the event manager. And that is a way that we can be able to push notifications to you when an upcoming event is taking place, whether it's in your region or on a global or national level as well. So the event manager still needs some work. I will be the first to say that. We do have all those notifications when the Manatech NowTech trainings are taking place, but we're still linking the calendar to our events.manatech.com so that it pulls those over directly. So the events.manatech.com is the source for all of today's events, but we're trying to get those pulled over into the app in a timely manner so that you have those moving forward. That is something that is a project list for us, a punch item for us to get done. More just on the alerts and updates. We, as of today, as I mentioned, should have customer transaction related alerts being pushed to your app. You'll see those under the alert section. It should be right here if I'm pointing to the right direction. That little bell, you'll be able to filter out the alerts that you've read or not read, and to be able to delete alerts if you've already acted on those alerts as they popped up. So the functionality is increasing on alerts today. You are just knowing when somebody has clicked on something. We're going to start pushing to you actual data of transactions that are taking place in your downline organization. Prospecting CRM, touched on that a little bit. You can bring your personal contacts in from your phone. You can also import a CSV file. So if you have a whole bunch of contacts that you've been working in a different platform like Project Broadcast or Rapid Funnel, or historical Excel spreadsheets that you've kept from different purges that have taken place where we've cleaned up records at Manatech, you can import those in using your mobile phone. If you're trying to pull in your mobile contacts, you would just go ahead and do the device contacts. But if you're on a desktop, you can import a full CSV file so that you can pull those people over from existing platforms. And that, once again, that is so that you can work those lists and be able to track activity. The dynamic calendaring, still more great stuff to come on that, but you can track your own events as well. So you can put in your own events, add an event. We also are going to be pushing Manatech corporate sponsored events to your app as well. I like it because it has the alert, so that if you have it on your mobile phone, you can also receive an alert of those events getting ready to take place. Content Manager. We love the input that you're giving to us on what resources to add. As Preston had mentioned at the beginning of the call, it's great getting the collaboration from you, our associates, as to what may be lacking. If you send us an email on that, that would be B Mayo. So it's my name, Ben Mayo, bmayo@manatech.com. If you want to request resources to be added to the app, I would be happy to do that. Work with your country managers to be able to add those in as well. The app is in many different languages. Not only is the app itself in language, the resources, so the content are in language. You just go up there to the top right and you can filter and sort it out by market. So if you're in South Africa and you want to see what's in the US, just go about swapping that out to be able to see different types of resources, different languages that you can share outside of the region that you may reside, so that you can leverage the full content library. We also have pre-written text that goes along with the top videos that are inside of the app. And also we continue to build those out, but we have an artificial intelligence tool that's built inside the app that's later on in the presentation, but can help with creating those messages, those reach outs that can make your life so much easier than trying to think of a way to introduce or invite somebody or to tie it back to a conversation. You can use today's latest artificial intelligence to be able to help you write great reach out prospecting scripts and follow-up scripts as well. But that's how you would leverage this content, by putting a personalized message when you send it out to somebody, so that you can engage them. And then always, as they say, the fortune is in the follow-up, and our artificial intelligence can help you with that as well. Supporting features that are coming, or some that are already in play. My Day activities, this is something that is on the horizon that we look forward to bringing to you, that will give you prompts of things that you can do to engage in your social media, to be able to start drumming up, creating conversations, creating leads that you can follow up with. Badges, that is something also to come that we can help you see where your status is in rank with Manatech and encourage through gamification to be able to advance to the next level. So that's something great for your downline organization, for those who like to chase after rewards, that the app has that capability. Lead generation and order status tracking. If lead generation specifically, inside the app, we have it linked in North America back to a partner called Mana Leads. And Mana Leads is a place where you can purchase leads that have been identified online for people that are looking for business opportunities. So you can purchase leads to be able to follow up with using the app. And then order tracking status, already talked about that a little bit with the alerts. One-click email campaigns, so that inside the app we have a Spanish and English built email drip campaign that lasts for about a full year. But if somebody said, hey, I'm interested, just not right now, it's great to be able to put them on an email drip campaign that is going to send time delayed emails to just stay in contact, so that you're always reaching out, letting them know that you're still interested in them, and that when the time is right, that you'd love to be a partner of theirs. And then also AI prompted messages that is in the app as well. It's under Manatech AI, I believe is how it's titled, just there in the top left. I know I don't have a screen of it, but a screenshot of the app, but it is, they're available all in different languages, in different markets, so that you can get AI generated messages that are specific to the ingredients or the opportunity in unique or different markets. What that means is if you're looking for a resource in, the product ingredients in Mexico, which may be different than in North America, that you can go into Manatech AI inside of the app, or you can go to Manatech.ai. And so that is a website as well, where you can get AI prompted messages that are trained around market specific products and opportunity. So the app is using and leveraging that content that is available and trained to help support your Manatech business. Lead generation and order tracking status. This helps me a little bit. There's a little stack if you're logged in. There's a little hamburger icon on the top left, and that would help you get to Mana Leads. So this is what it looks like after you've clicked on that little hamburger. That Mana Leads is where you would go about finding the lead generation campaigns, the one-click email campaigns. There's not a good image of that as well, but if it's not showing up, it may not be in your market. So it's in North America for Spanish and English, but there, if you scroll to the bottom of your app, there is a plus icon, and it says cards. If you click on cards, you can turn on and off the email campaigns, but that is a way to look to see if you're not seeing it, that you can make it available. And then I think I've already touched on all of this, but that AI prompting, there's that little hamburger that I was trying to talk about. So this is the mobile app, but it also would have a little hamburger icon in your desktop. If you click on that, that will take you to the Manatech AI. You can get these guided messages that you can create. So once again, you can say, I met this person at a soccer meet and they were interested in sport. Can you help me with a reach out script? The AI prompting will help write that for you. You can then copy and paste it into the Manatech app, along with the resource that you've identified from the library. So it is a web app as well, so meaning that it's available on your desktop as well as your mobile phone. So it is mobile responsive, which means that it is built as a desktop first, but it resizes to your actually it's responsive from desktop to tablet. So it just means that the look of it should be the same on both apps and desktop, and it just resizes to be able to meet the needs or the parameters of a app that is on an iPad or a mobile phone or a desktop. So an Omni browser, I guess that I should just have read that, but it's universal in nature. But that is a quick overview of why the Nowtech app is that we've tried to put together all of the best resources in the library that you would want to reach out with, to be able to recruit with, to be able to share your business. We put it all into a mobile phone and desktop, and that we've tried to remove the clutter so that you don't have to go looking for it, but that you can just walk around with it in the palm of your hand. Preston, is there anything that just from what I ran through today that you would like to bring up that maybe is a feature set that you think is valuable, helpful?
No, I mean, well, you did a great job. I think I'm gonna start
Okay.
bringing you along with me on all my other calls. No, I think on a more technical update, one of the things we're very excited about, Ben and I have been listening to a bunch of devs talk a bunch of nerd speak that we don't really understand. But we're excited for this new round of alerts that are going to be the transaction-based alerts. So you'll be able to get an alert whenever somebody makes a purchase. You should get an alert whenever their order ships, and then you should get a follow-up alert that says, hey, their order shipped 6 days ago, check in with them. So those are going to be rolling out today. I am excited to test, and again, excited to get feedback. So if you know someone made a purchase and you don't receive an alert, please let us know, because we are still testing. We're always testing. There's been tons of great feedback. We appreciate it. The next round will be for renewals and auto ships. So that's a different data set that we're working on. Our hope is that sometime in the next week or two, you will also start getting alerts that says, hey, Ben has been your customer for X amount of years. His renewal is up in 3 weeks. Check in with him, see how he's doing. So that's next on our plate. We're tackling a bunch of fun data and tech stuff. Ben and I are in constant communication. I'm really excited for those because, again, that takes kind of the mental overhead. It reduces it for you, makes it just easier for you to keep track of your business and your customers. Really good stuff. So that's next. And then Ben and I will continue to show up and tell y'all how the world is going from a tech side.
I probably should have introduced Preston, so I apologize about that. Preston is my partner on the other side of the development with the app. So he works for Nowtech, and so I'm very familiar with him. So I just said, Preston, what else to share with? But he is an expert on the Nowtech app and our partner in being able to bring this to Manatech. So thank you, Preston, for all your help.
Of course.
Yes. I would like to open it up for questions. We do have a full 30 minutes scheduled. So if anybody has questions, love to be able to see if we could tackle those at this time.
Ben, with some of the like campaigns that I'm in the UK, so we're not really running campaigns, are we, here as yet?
I don't know the answer to that question. Preston, do you know if they would be available outside of North America on their apps?
We haven't set it up currently,
Okay.
but it is not, setting it up internationally is not a big lift. So we can get, particularly just taking these, since we can use English, we will take the English ones and get those over active in the UK.
Fabulous, thank you.
Yeah. Awesome.
Also, when you in the contacts, in the contacts bit, when you've housed it, obviously that can't be deleted.
Changed, yes, correct.
Yeah, okay. The ones we add in, we can delete, but I've got one that I think it's a customer of mine that it's in capitals, so I think it's what you've put in. But I would be not that I want to, but I would be able to delete that. Is that a problem?
You are correct. So it would need the call in or the help of that customer to change it. So you do not have the ability to make changes to data that we're pushing into the app.
Mhm.
It's only that you've personally entered on the app itself that you can remove or edit.
Okay, well then that means that one of my customers hasn't been put on the app by you, so I need to let you know that.
Yeah,
I'll email
perfect. Yes,
Okay,
yeah, you could,
great.
yes, yes. And
That was really long-winded way of asking that question.
Preston, is there a way that we continue to look at the data that's flowing through everyone's apps and making updates? Is there a way that they can know that they have the most recent information inside of their app? If so, how would you go about doing that?
So currently, there is not a way for an end user, but I will say that, so Manatech pushes updates to us every morning, I believe. It's either morning or midnight. I'll have to check there. That exact update has been part of the adventure we've been on these last many days. So you should always be able to go in and add a prospect, and then once they make a purchase, like Ben mentioned, they'll become a customer in the Manatech database. So if you know that they have made a purchase and they're not showing up, and if they've made a purchase and it was longer than 2 or 3 days ago, we should know about them. So if you find those folks, please let us know. I just mentioned to Ben this morning, we did an audit of 90,000 records. So we are cleaning it up. We're making progress. Um, Data is always a fun adventure. But yes, so if you know specifics, specific use case scenarios help us keep things cleaner for everybody. So we really appreciate details that way.
So a question I had about that is it helpful to log out and log back in? Does that help refresh the app?
It can, that tends to be a
Okay.
device specific situation, but often that's
Okay.
going to be the first thing. If you reach out to us and you say, my information doesn't seem to be updating, it's, you're always going to get told, can you log out and log back in, see if, that tends to resolve a lot of Android and some Apple phones, the tablets, like it all tends to be device specific. So yes, I would always suggest log out and log in first and see if that works.
So to do that, you just go to the little hamburger thing there on the top left.
Mhm.
And you scroll to view profile. And then it is from here that you'll be able to log out. And then it would just be the process that, the username, which is your associate ID, and your Manatech password are what you would use to be able to log back in. So that was just the hamburger, and then you go profile to be able to access it. And then also, as we add content, Manatech Corporate, that if you've left the app open in the background, you just want to make sure that you touch the screen and pull down. You'll see that it does that little refresh. So if we're adding content with a new promo, that is the best way to be able to make sure that you have the most up-to-date resources inside of the app. So that would be separate from the data of your customers. The resources we can update multiple times a day. You just would want to pull down on the app, and that would then refresh it for you.
And I have a question. I don't know if that's even something we really need, but I do send out my it's on the Rapid Funnel digital business card.
Mhm.
I do send that out sometime, but I have to send it through Rapid Funnel. But I was wondering, I think when we send out these videos, it attaches us anyway to our
Website.
website, but right, because I don't have a physical business card, a lot of times
Sure.
will have people put their name in my phone and send out mine, because then it has my website on it, and my phone number and email and everything. So I don't know if that's even an option, but I do use that sometimes, quite a bit.
Do you have, Preston, any development done on a digital business card?
Well,
Is
I will say that you're just a little bit ahead of us, because yesterday I sat in a 2-hour design meeting on our digital business card design.
Awesome. Woo-hoo.
So it is, I don't have all I don't have the mapped out stuff in front of me, and it's a little bit more flow charty right now. But the plan is to have one similar to Rapid Funnel, We are building in the ability to have it where you can easily send it to folks through the app. It'll
Great.
also have a little button in the top right that if you're speaking to somebody in person, so let's say you're talking to Ben at the grocery store and you're like, hey, here's my business card, it's in the app. You'll be able to hit a button, it'll pull up a QR code. He can scan that QR code right then and there, and it'll take
Really?
you right to your website. He can add your contact information to his phone. He can go to the shop he can go to your shop page from there. He can do all kinds of things. So
Oh.
we're in process. I looked at the design yesterday. I believe they start building it. Oh, I don't want to make promises,
No,
but they
that's-
start building it soon.
I'm just glad to hear that because I eventually want to switch over completely because this is totally so much better. But I just know there are certain things I use, so I've just jot them down that if it is ever going to be possible, that's a really good thing.
Awesome, awesome.
Thank you
All right.
very much. Yes, and the QR code, that was another thing. Yeah, I just really think this is like amazing, and I can't wait till I get a new associate so that we can actually put them through the training, and because it's all out there, the training and everything for them to learn and how simple it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never had anything that I could explain to a new associate how simple this is for them to be able to connect to contacts. I'm working on, I want to get a new one as soon as possible so I can say, oh, this is what we want to show you.
Yes. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Any other questions?
Yeah, I've just got one. So I did do the logging out, logging in back thing. What I wondered, what I can see on mine anyway, is that if it's an associate, you can't shift those. But if any of my customers, I could delete them if I wanted to, even though they're the things that Manatech have put in. So is that just a different thing?
Yeah, no, Preston, what would you say to that?
So you should be able to edit. I'm thinking while I answer this one.
Yeah, no, that's all right. It's
The only records that you are locked down from editing would be other associates. So one of the challenges that we've been working through is how do we handle whenever a customer who is in the system then becomes an associate?
Oh, yeah.
clever. Yeah.
And that's part of that 90,000 that I shot you Ben earlier, because there's a lot of duplicates, because it'll have Preston for 2 or 3 months when he was purchasing items from Jenny, and then he became an associate. He's now a new record type. So we're again back to adventures in data. So yes, you should be able to edit them so long as they remain a customer. Once they become an associate, that is all managed by Manatech and the tree and the downline and upline and all those relationships there.
Brilliant. Thank
So
you.
then there would be another one that you'd probably automatically, it would just go right in as a Manatech associate, probably. Don't you think? Because even when I signed up, the last associate I did, that by the next day it was in there. So I'm wondering, even if they convert, it would show up in Manatech as an associate, maybe.
They should, yes. So if they
Then
can.
you'll have the duplicate. Then you'd have a duplicate, of course, yes.
Mhm.
But then you could delete the customer.
Right, that's what I was thinking, yeah.
thing.
that would work.
Yeah, that would make it easy. Yeah, no, I mean that's brilliant. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
yes, great, awesome.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us.
Thank you.
Oh, thank
And,
you. This is really useful. Thank you.
Absolutely. So we'll see you next Tuesday.
All right,
Lovely.
sounds
All
good.
right.
Thank you.
Cheers,
Thank you
everyone.
all.
Bye-bye.
On the
Bye.
calendar.
Everybody.